We will find out today if the South City Triceratops are headed back to the college football playoffs for a second straight year. Welcome back to Season 5 of my South City Triceratops Walk-On Dynasty, and today we have our final regular season game of the year, taking on the 9-2 Miami Hurricanes. They are going to be led by a pair of running backs here, an 87 overall in Andy Burks and an 86 in Daniel Woods. Their third string is also one of their best players in Blake Snyder. Checking out their quarterback, he's an 80 overall, and then their wide receivers are going to be 78, 78, and 77. Right now in the top 12 for the college football playoffs, we are sitting at number 8, so a loss today could possibly knock us out, but obviously if we get a win, we should be pretty safe to get in. We will also be keeping an eye on the HEISMAN watch list, as our star quarterback Heath Hayes is still at the top of this right now. I think this Miami team might be a really good test today. They have only lost 2 games on the year, and that was to undefeated and current number 1 ranked team Pitt, and then they went to Texas A&M and lost, and they are ranked number 5. So hopefully the South City Triceratops are not underestimating this opponent, but let's go ahead and get into the final regular season game of Season 5. It looks like we will have some nice weather here today. They started their own 28-yard line. Hand off to Burks, who goes up the middle, and he will have a first down on the first play of the game for a run of 14. Now they come out in pistol again with a brand new set of downs. Johnson will drop back to pass, dance around the pocket. He throws to the outside and right to his receiver's feet. That incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10. Johnson comes out in another pistol set. It's going to be an option to the outside, but he'll get met and brought down by Brian Edwards for just a 1-yard carry. That sets up a 3rd and 9. They come out in a pistol set again. He's going to send his tight end in motion. Johnson will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to lob this downfield. That should have been intercepted by Brian Edwards, but they will punt this ball away. We would let that punt go for a touchback. So now a 1st and 10 from our own 20. Hayes out of shotgun will drop back to pass. Rolling to the outside, looking to go downfield. Not seeing anyone come open. He'll take off and get the first down himself for a gain of about 12 yards. But there is a flag down, and it's going to be clipping on the offense. Awesome. They called that on our running back, Jack Overrocker. So that leads to a 1st and 14. Now we will give it to Overrocker, and he's going to get met and brought down for a very short run. Now Hayes back in shotgun, facing a 2nd and 12. Will drop back to pass. And not seeing anyone come open, will try to take off. He makes the QB spy miss and jukes his way forward to set up a 3rd and inches. Now Hayes comes back in shotgun again. Overrocker is in the backfield, and that's where we go with it. The blocking almost doesn't set up, but Overrocker gets the first down anyway and will be spun down near the 40. Still not ruled down, and he's still going. Finally forced out for a 13-yard run where he should have been brought down multiple times. Not surprisingly, Overrocker wanted a breather after that, so Tyler Anderson checks into the game. And now we'll give it to Anderson right up the middle, and he will get his first carry of the day for a gain of 8. On the next play, it looks like Anderson and Overrocker are both in the game. It will be an option play. Hayes will keep it to the outside, and Keith Hayes has the first down for a 3-yard carry. That would set up a 2nd and 5. Hayes out of shotgun will drop back to pass. Will throw this one to the outside, caught by our running back Overrocker, who tries to make some people miss and is brought down for a 9-yard gain and the first down. Tyler Anderson would come in for a 1-yard carry on the next play, so now a 2nd and 9. We'll fake it to Anderson. Now he's going to fire this over the middle. That one's caught by Bain, who was brought down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 23 for South City. Now on a 1st and goal, Hayes back in shotgun again. We'll take the snap and look to pass. Rolling to the outside. We'll throw this on the run, and that'll get intercepted at the goal line. Tried to force that one into Stevens, and it's going to result in a touchback, I believe. Actually, no, they rule it as a safety, so they have to punt it away, and it goes out of bounds, so that's going to be a flag. So South City gets to keep the ball. We're just going to say that's the exact way we drew it up. Now at the 50-yard line, we'll start with a play action. He's under pressure, and Keith Hayes gets murdered for a loss of 7, and he is now injured on the play. So that will now set up the backup quarterback, Josh Coleman, with a 2nd and 17. Out of shotgun, he will drop back to pass. And we'll throw this one to the outside, caught by Bain, who will break that tackle. Now Josh Bain up the sideline, and he is gone. Touchdown, South City from 57 yards out. We are going to line up to go for 2 to try to make it a 10-point game. Out of shotgun, it's an option play, and Coleman will get murdered, so it remains a 1-score game. Obviously took a risk there, and it did not pay off. And it looks like Keith Hayes has a minor injury. We're just going to keep in Josh Coleman. Hayes should return at some point, but that re-injury risk being high kind of scares me. So now Miami comes out of their own 27-yard line to start their next drive. He lines up in pistol. Johnson will drop back to pass. He throws downfield. That one will be caught for a gain of about 6 yards. That's his first completed pass. Just a quick run from their running back on the next play sets up a 3rd and 2. Now Johnson comes back out in pistol again. trying to avoid a 3-and-out from his own 35-yard line. He'll take the snap as an option to the outside. He is met and brought down. They will not have the first down. That was Jason Newby on the tackle. They will punt this one deep to Tyler Anderson, who returns it from the 20-yard line. And Anderson weaving in and out of coverage, now getting to the outside. He is tripped up for a 21-yard return. Had we gotten away from that guy, he might have been gone. Josh Coleman will still be in at quarterback for now. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be a handoff to Overrocker. The blocking doesn't really set up, but he ends up with a 5-yard carry anyway. Now Coleman out in a pistol set for the next play. He'll take the snap, run the fake to Overrocker. Rolling to the outside, got to escape the pressure. He's getting sacked on the play for a loss of 3. That play would take us into the second quarter though, and Keith Hayes has come back in at quarterback. So now on 3rd and 8, Hayes out of shotgun. Will take the snap and looks to pass, going to the outside, caught by Stevens, and he is brought down to the 40-yard line for a gain of 17, keeping the drive moving. An incomplete ball on the next play leads to a 2nd and 10. Hayes out of pistol, will drop back to pass. Looking to go downfield, got to escape the pressure. He's finally going to take off. He cuts back in, and he'll have the first down for a gain of 11. So that sets up a 1st and 10 from about the 28-yard line. He'll run a play action, break away from that sack. Now immediately has to take off, and he'll have another first down, but he fumbles the ball, and Miami has recovered this one. Already 2 turnovers from Keith Hayes. Now they take over at the 19-yard line with a handoff to Burks, who goes to the outside. The blocking sets up, and he'll get forced out for a 7-yard carry to start their drive. They come back in pistol yet again. I think it's the only formation they have. It's a handoff to Burks, who goes up the middle, and he'll break that tackle and get the first down for a 9-yard carry this time. A 4-yard carry on the next play brings up a 2nd and 6. Now Johnson will take the snap, handoff to Woods, who will break that tackle, get to the outside, but he is brought down a yard shy of the marker. Can the South City defense get them off the field again? A 3rd and 1. He sends a man in motion, takes the snap. It's an option to the outside, and he'll get the pitch out to Bell, who will have the first down into South City territory. A 16-yard run. A 5-yard carry from the running back brings up a 2nd and 5 now. Johnson will drop back to pass, dance around the pocket. He's going to try to take off. He'll have the first down and slide to safety at about the 25-yard line. Johnson will send a man in motion. He'll take the snap, and it's going to be a QB draw right up the middle, and he will end up with about a 6-yard run this time. 2nd and 4. Now inside the red zone. Johnson out in a pistol set one more time. He'll take the snap, hand off to Burks, who will try to run to the outside, and he will run over a man. Do they give him the first down? They absolutely will. A 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. He comes out with 2 running backs in the backfield. Johnson will take the snap as an option to the outside, but he is going to get swarmed in the backfield for a loss of 3. We read that one pretty well. Johnson will finally take the snap, hand off to Woods, who goes to the outside. He is met and brought down for a loss of 2. Bring up a 3rd and 15 now. We cannot allow them to convert this one. A pistol set yet again. With 4 receivers on the field, it's a handoff to Burks, who goes to the outside. He'll break that tackle, break another one, but finally get brought down by Jason Newby for no gain. Really don't understand the point of running the ball in that situation, but it will set up about a 36-yard field goal to try to make it 8-3 here in the second quarter. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be no good. It was wide left. So the defense gets a stop and keeps the shutout alive so far. Back to the South City offense. Overrocker up the middle for no gain on the play. Now on a 2nd and 10, we're going to go right back to Overrocker. This time the blocking sets up a little bit better, and he ends up with an 8-yard carry to set up a 3rd and 2. A possible 3-and-out here for South City. Hayes out of shotgun will run the option. He'll keep himself to the outside. He has the first down and gets brought down for just a 3-yard carry, but it keeps the drive alive. Now Hayes back in shotgun with about 2 minutes to go here in the first half. He will take the snap with a quick throw to the outside. That one's caught by Donald Johnson, who makes one man miss and is brought down for a gain of 15. Hayes comes back out under center this time. He'll take the snap and run a play action. And we're going to look to go deep downfield for Donald Johnson in a foot race. He'll make the catch, and he's gone. Touchdown, South City. We'll make it a 2-score game. The Hurricanes come out with 1 minute and 39 seconds from their own 19-yard line with all 3 timeouts. With a quick throw to the outside to a wide-open man who will fight his way all the way down to about the 47-yard line. That's Jamar Bell for a 28-yard gain to start the drive. A great start for the Miami offense on this drive. Johnson will roll out to the outside, trying to escape the sack. He will break that tackle, and he fumbles the ball, but Miami recovers it for the first down, a gain of 13. Now in South City territory. Johnson back in a pistol set with 1 minute 18 to play. Will drop back to pass. Under pressure, breaks away from that sack, but won't get away from the next one. That's a loss of 7 thanks to Jeremy Greer. That would cause them to burn their first time out now. A 2nd and 17. Johnson back in pistol will drop back to pass, and he's going to try to run again. Running to the outside. Now he'll cut upfield. He gets met and brought down for a 6-yard carry, setting up a 3rd and 11. They would burn their second timeout with a minute to go here in the half. They come out in a pistol set yet again. Johnson will take the snap and look to pass. Stepping over the pocket. Has all the time in the world and finally just throws us over the middle to absolutely nobody. The punt would go for a touchback, so we get to start at the 20-yard line here with all 3 timeouts in 48 seconds. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Avery, our tight end. He's got a 7-yard gain. Running that no-huddle offense, Hayes will take the snap out of shotgun. Rolling to the outside, we'll throw this one to Overrocker, and he will have the first down, temporarily stopping the clock. We line up in shotgun again. Overrocker is still in the backfield. We'll take the snap and look to pass. Rolling to the outside. Hayes got to escape the pressure and will end up throwing that one away. Now just 22 seconds before halftime. We'll send Stevens in motion. We'll run the play action. Looking to go downfield. We'll throw this one to the outside. Caught by Stevens, who will duck out of bounds for a gain of 13. Now a 5-wide set for South City. He'll drop back to pass again. We'll fire this over the middle. That one's caught by Tyler Anderson, who will be brought down for a 24-yard gain with 11 seconds remaining. We call our first timeout. Hayes lines up under center. He'll take the snap and drop back to pass again. Looking to go downfield. We'll finally just throw this one to the end zone for Watkins, and that one will fall incomplete. There might have been some pass interference on Watkins on that play. I think from here we might be out of our kicker's range, so we are going to go ahead and go for the end zone with 5 seconds remaining. Hayes will take the snap. And we're going to launch this one down for Seth Avery, who will make a diving reception down to the 1-yard line, and we have 1 second left. I'll be honest, I thought that was going to halftime, but we are going to try to get a touchdown here, not settle for a field goal. Hayes out of shotgun, rolls to the outside, and Keith Hayes can walk into the end zone. Touchdown, South City, right before halftime. We'll make it 22-0, and we get the ball to start the second half. We will start the second half at the 25-yard line. We'll begin things with a read option that I read incorrectly. I wanted to keep that with a quarterback, a loss of 4. Now South City will come back in shotgun again. We'll fake this one to Overrocker, looking to pass. We're going to launch this over the middle. He's got Matt Stevens for the first down into Miami territory to about the 45-yard line. That's a 33-yard play. Now Hayes will line up under center on the next play. We'll run the play action. And we're once again going to Matt Stevens downfield, who once again makes the catch, this time for a 22-yard play. Now we come out under center, and Hayes will take the snap at the draw play to Overrocker up the middle. He'll run over one man and get the first down for about a 13-yard carry. Now from the 10-yard line with a 1st and 10. We'll take the snap. We go back to Overrocker, who will break one tackle and then get hit in the backfield. That's a loss of 2. Now on a 2nd and 12 out in shotgun. We'll take the snap and look to pass. Rolling to the outside, and Hayes is going to take off himself, and for the second time today, he will run into the end zone himself, and we have a 29-0 lead. They start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Johnson will drop back to the pass. Going over the middle, he finds Lewis for the first down and a lot more into South City territory, a 36-yard reception. Now they come back in pistol again with 3 receivers out to his left. He'll drop back to the pass. He's going to his left to a wide open Lewis again. This time he's inside the 10 and finally shoved out for a 33-yard reception. Well, the Miami offense looks to be a little bit more alive this half. 1st and goal. Johnson will drop back to the pass. Looking to go to the end zone. Rolling to the outside. He's going to take off, break that tackle, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, now that Miami offense has kind of woken up, they're going to need their defense to actually get some stops here. We start at our own 25-yard line with a read option to the outside. Hayes has the block in, and quarterback Keith Hayes will have the first down for a 10-yard carry. On the next play, we would get a 6-yard carry from Overrocker. So now on 2nd and 4, we go right back to him. He goes up the middle and has the first down into Miami territory with a 12-yard gain. Now South City will come out under center. We'll run the play action. He's looking to go downfield. No one came open. He's going to get sacked on the play for a loss of 5. I was really looking for a shot play on that one, but never saw anyone come open. So now 2nd and 15. Out of shotgun, it will be an option play to the outside. Hayes gets a good block, and he will set up a 3rd and 4 with a 10-yard run. The Miami defense desperately needs this stop. Hayes out of shotgun will drop back to pass, and they're going to leave this man wide open. Donald Johnson for the first down for a 9-yard gain, and the South City drive will stay alive. On the next play, we would get a 2-yard carry from Jack Overrocker, so now it's a 2nd and 8. Hayes will drop back to pass. We'll fire this over the middle. That's caught by Tyler Anderson, and the backup running back sets us up for a 1st and goal. Now Hayes back in shotgun with Tyler Anderson lined up at running back this time. He will take the snap and roll to the outside, waiting for someone to come open, and Keith Hayes will just take the run, and he dives into the end zone for touchdown number 3 today. I might have been able to pass that to the end zone to, I believe, Matt Stevens, but the opening running lane was just a lot easier. back down by 29. They drove down the field, I believe, in 3 plays on their last drive. Can they do it again? Johnson will drop back to pass. He's going to look to run this time. He will have the first down, juking to the outside for a gain of 15. Just a 3-yard scramble and then an incomplete pass sets up a 3rd and 7. Johnson out of pistol, will drop back to pass again, throw into the outside. That's caught by Bell, and he will have the first down for a gain of 9. They come out in pistol for the very next play. At their own 46-yard line, Johnson dropping back to pass. He's dancing around. He's going to try to take off here. He cuts to the outside, and he steps out of bounds. Otherwise, he could have had a lot more room. He comes out in pistol again. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Johnson will take the snap and looks to pass. He finds Coleman over the middle for the first down. That's a 7-yard play. They come out in pistol again, now in South City territory. Johnson will lob it to the outside. He finds his man, but he can't hold on to it. Incomplete thanks to a drop. Now with a 2nd and 10. He lines up in pistol. Johnson will drop back to pass. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Woods, but he goes out of bounds for a loss of 5. That sets up a 3rd and 15 now. Once again in a pistol set. I don't think they have a shotgun formation. Johnson will drop back to pass. He's throwing on the run downfield. That one will be deflected away by Sean Smith. Probably should have been intercepted though. This should be the final play of the 3rd quarter from the 20-yard line. We'll drop back. It's going to be a screen to the outside, caught by Overrocker, who will follow his blocks for about an 8-yard gain, but there is a flag, so it will not be the final play of this quarter most likely. It's going to be a clipping on South City. Well, I really assumed the penalty would stop the clock, but I guess not. We now head to the 4th quarter. For a 1st and 17, back in shotgun will be a read option. Handoff to Overrocker, who cuts back to the outside and turns it into a 2nd and 7. Now on the 2nd down, Hayes lines up under center. He'll take the snap, handoff to Overrocker up the middle, and that will set up a 3rd and 5. The Triceratops looking to keep this drive alive. Hayes will take the snap. It's a quick throw to the outside, caught by Stevens, and he is brought down for an 8-yard gain and the first down. A 1-yard carry would then bring up a 2nd and 9. Now out of shotgun, we'll drop back to the outside, throw downfield, caught by Bain. He has the first down to about the 50-yard line, a 16-yard reception. Now under 5 minutes of play. In Miami territory, it's a read option. Hayes gets one hell of a block to the outside, and now will bounce us even more to the edge inside the 30, the 20, and he will dive down. I wanted to slide, but I'll take a 34-yard run. A 5-yard run from backup running back Tyler Anderson sets up a 2nd and 5. Now Hayes out of shotgun will drop back and fire this one to the end zone and caught by Josh Bain. Touchdown South City. We jump into Miami's next drive. It is a 2nd and 5 deep in South City territory with about a minute to go here. Obviously just looking for some garbage time points. Johnson runs the play action, goes downfield. He finds his man who is into the end zone. Touchdown Miami. But obviously that touchdown would not matter. Your final score is 43-14. SCU moves on to 10-2 on the year, and we should be headed to the college football playoffs, but we'll find that out here in just a moment. Well, Josh Coleman had a pretty good day, 1 of 1 for 57 yards and a touchdown, but quarterback Keith Hayes, 17 of 21, 319 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. On the ground, Overrocker ran for 72 yards, but Keith Hayes ran for 102 and 3 scores. Receiving, Matt Stevens 5 for 93, Josh Bain 4 for 107 and 2 scores, and Donald Johnson 3 for 78 and a score. Our star middle linebacker Kellen Rice led the team with 9 tackles today. Tackles for loss, there were only a few, and for sacks, we only got 1. That was from Jeremy Greer, and no interceptions. Quarterback David Johnson went 9 of 15 for 138 and a garbage time touchdown on the ground. He also ran in for a touchdown, and then receiving, no one really did anything. Minor is the only one to catch a touchdown. We are now into week 15 here. As you can see, pretty much everyone inside the top 12 has a bye week. I don't think there's many games going on this week. It looks like Army gets to take on Navy, but aside from that, it looks like the top 12 might pretty much be set at least until the conference championships, and obviously we don't have one of those games. Now over on the Heisman watch list, behind that 400+ yard performance and 5 total touchdowns, Keith Hayes is still the favorite as of right now. But it is now time to officially wrap up the regular season and head to the conference championship games. And here is what those games will look like. Obviously, some of these will play a factor in the college football playoffs, like number 2 Texas has to play a 6-6 Iowa State team. Alabama and Georgia, that will obviously determine one team at least that is going to the playoffs. If Alabama wins there, both might end up going though. Air Force and San Diego State, probably not much of a factor. Pittsburgh and Florida State, a massive factor there, at least in terms of seeding. Utah and Oregon, probably not much of a factor. One of them might sneak into the top 12 there. And then Illinois and Ohio State. Now, I am a little concerned for the fact that we don't have a conference championship. It may affect Keith Hayes' chance at a Heisman Trophy. but I do want to take a look at our conference standings. Since we aren't actually in a conference, what I did last season is we finished with the best record out of all of the independent schools, so I gave us the point total for winning a conference championship, and well, I think we've done it again because we tied with Navy. We did not play them this year, but we finished as the number 6 school and they finished as the number 20, so I'm going to go ahead and give us those recruiting points. And here it is now official. Quarterback Heath Hayes wins the Heisman Trophy, the first player in SCU history to do so, and he did it as a true freshman. But now moving on, here are the results for all of the conference championships. Miami of Ohio wins the MAC title 42-25. It looks like they are headed to the playoffs at rank number 5. Texas is now number 1 with their win over Iowa State. Tulane wins the CUSA, doesn't really matter. Georgia wins the SEC championship 28-24, so Alabama will not be in the top 12. And it looks like San Diego State beats Air Force to win the Mountain West. Florida State takes down Pitt, and it looks like both of them will be headed to the playoffs. Oregon takes down Utah, and it looks like Oregon just barely misses the playoffs there at number 13. And then Ohio State takes down Illinois and knocks them out of the college football playoff race. They were down to number 14, but I guess we'll figure that out here in just a second. Here is now this year's official college football playoff bracket. Texas, Texas A&M, Florida State, and Georgia all get bye weeks. We end up as the number 7 seed, and we'll get to take on number 10 Oklahoma. That game should be an incredibly fun matchup. We've played Oklahoma in this series in the past. It looks like they're still a pretty solid team this year at 86 overall, but that'll be in the next episode.